What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and if you guys want to see how this combo right here was made with DDD, stick around till the end of the video. We will show you right now how to get to this combo. Shout out to my boy Alpha YGO, who just did the DDD profile and is now doing this combo. So we will show you how to get to this combo right now. Alpha is going to show you guys the quick Coach King Trainer combo, since we were talking about that earlier. So all you need, I guess, is 2 cards, right?
Yeah, all you need is 2 cards, and the rest of the cards will depend on what you open, what you draw. So,
but these don't matter.
These don't matter.
They don't matter right now.
You'll set up your 3 arrows with these 2 cards, and you'll end up drawing 4 cards in the process, and that's and probability-wise, you're gonna open your combos.
Yeah.
Because those are just 2 to 3 card combos in itself. So let's just get started. We're just gonna start with Scale of Cerberus, pop Cerberus. Of course, add Jackal Kings, scale Jackal King, pop Jackal King, summon our Cerberus in our activate monster zone. Normal Kepler. Obviously, the procedure here does not matter. We search our contract. Searching contract here, we search up any other combo piece that we are missing, but the one we will need for sure. So if these are not Thomas, search Thomas. If it's not, then I mean if you have it, then search something else.
Yeah.
So you search Thomas, and we go into Electromite. Electromite will obviously send us our Ragnarok over here, and then we will scale Thomas. Thomas will activate the effect to get us Kepler. Then we'll use Electromite's effect to pop Thomas. And at this point, you get yourself not a DD monster, but you'll get yourself one of your turbo cards in the beginning. Again, I'm getting Jackal because it's a great follow play. And of course, from that point on, we get ourselves another card from the Electromite draw, obviously. Yep. And then we will scale Jackal King, scale Kepler. We can now only pendulum summon DD monsters, but that's fine because the only thing we need to summon is DD monsters between scale 4 and 10. Which obviously means elites.
Yep.
So at this point, we will use effective Thomas, and this is where your decision tree of playing against Nibiru will come up. But I'm just going to show you off the King Trainer combo for full value train, right? So we're going to activate a Thomas, pop a Kepler. At this point, you'll summon another level 8. It can either be Doom King, it can either be Armageddon Knight, or Ragnarok. But let's just say it's Doom King for the sake of argument. And at this point, of course, we have 3 level 8s, and we will go into Coach King Trainer. Coach King Trainer is allowed to use this effect thrice per turn.
So for the sake of this, I mean, you'll do it 1 at a time in a real game, but we're just doing all 3.
Yeah, and of course, the draws are what's most important. If you draw monsters, you do burn damage, sure, time rules, whatnot, but we search off 3 cards, and on top of that, we have 3 DD monsters in our graveyard. So this is optimal setup. So we will link these 2 off. These 2 don't really do much in grave, but that is fine because we'll make ourselves a Metatron, and of course we have 3 zones, and depending on what you have on your hand here, these are going to be different combos. So let's say, for example,
so hold up, before we do anything here, that Coach King Trainer combo just has, you started off with 5 cards, and now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, plus 3 cards on board. So you're plus 5 right now.
Plus 5, and the only main important part that you need to play DD is arrows. All you need is arrows. And we establish arrows, and at this point we can just go ham to roaskies. So for example, these 2 cards, among probability wise, you open two slimes, right?
Yeah.
This is very simple, where we can use both of them from hand, summon 1 Genghis. Then we will use for the sake of argument, you'll probably use like Necro Slime with like one of these other monsters.
But we have another DDD. Technically, you could use Swirl Slime as well.
Yeah, but like this is just these 2 cards.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but let's just for the sake of argument, like I'm gonna neg here and use the Swirl Slime.
The Necro Slime, you mean?
Yeah, to use both slimes, to summon a second Genghis. This will trigger the first Genghis, obviously not the second because it's only once per turn. But we will summon off Ragnarok. And Ragnarok's effects on summon will summon another level, another D monster. It has to be a triple D monster, so then quickly we will just go into rank 8 and go into rank 6.
So that way you have Solemn Warning, basically.
Yeah, it's 2 summon negates, a spell negate, and
5 cards in hand.
5 cards in hand. But if we just rewind a little bit, sticking these guys back. In this here, if that 1 card, if we also drew a Lamia with this, this changes up the combo drastically as well, because same as before, we will use both cards to make a Genghis. Then we will use the effect of Swirl Slime to banish itself, to special that Lamia. Effective Genghis will summon off that Ragnarok. Ragnarok's effect, as last time, will summon Doom King. We will just clear up some space. We will make ourselves a rank 8 early on. And then, of course, we will then sync off these two into Alexander. And just a little glimpse of our graveyard. We right now have these fellas. So for the sake of argument, we can use Necroslime with any Genghis or this. Let's just say we use Thomas. Does not matter. To get ourselves right into the Arc. Upon that, we will have Alexander activates effect, summon that single Lamia, and then we can. Whoa, where did that go? Anyways, we will use that guy to make Siegfried, and then of course it doesn't matter really what you make. You can make Siegfried or Bull Savage first, because all we're gonna do is use Lamia's effect to special itself by popping that Dark Contract, and obviously gets banished. But then with the Arc, you make that Bull Savage, and you know our previous selection might be used early on will equip itself. So we will end off with a spell negate. This can be Lancelot as well. So you know.
So it could be Harbinger or Lancelot.
Or Photon Lord.
Or Photon Lord. Or any other rank 8 really.
Yeah. So rank 8 negate, spell negate, omni negate, and we still have 4 cards in hand. So
that's insanely good.
That's,
I told you guys, the boards this deck can make are insanely good. And obviously, like it's hard to do a combo video because it all depends on what you draw. But again, like Lamia is a 3 of, Swirl Slime's a 3 of, Necroslime's a 3 of. And then also assuming you didn't already open those with the other 2 cards that made this combo, right? So
yeah, we run a very crisp, like definite, like all the power cards that we need.
Yeah.
At like optimal counts. And this combo is a lot of theory. It's like you make Zephyr Metaltron and everything else. You just be creative. You're playing in Master Rule 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at that point, like you have 3 extra monster zones, you do whatever you want.
You're playing with 7 cards in the Master Rule 3. You just Potter Greeded, and you're like, okay, now I'm gonna go off. Right?
Potter Greed, man, you did better than Potter Greed. That's 3 cards in your hand.
Exactly.
But like this is insanely good. Thank you for the combo. And again, more combos are gonna be on your channels. Yeah, so more combos are going to be on your channel, and obviously more test hands. I think test hands would be really cool because, again, it all depends on what you draw, so you can't really... It's hard to, like, again, combo with this or show you guys a combo because every combo differs based off your hand, right?
Yeah, and, like, Spanko and I were testing this list where we had random hands. We were like, okay, if this gets hand trapped, this gets hand trapped. The worst thing that happened is, and for all those people who remember, when Ash got dropped and you would Ash Kepler, and you're like, okay, I don't have gate or searches, right? I still ended on Apollo Ursa with
I think it was
a Wave King Caesar and a rank 8.
Yeah.
So like the worst hand trap.
Yeah, so the thing is when we were testing with this deck, yeah, we did like, okay, so let's say your gate gets hand trapped, let's say your Kepler gets hand trapped, let's say your whatever gets hand trapped, right? So we were doing that with the same hand like over and over to see what the boards, and the boards are very consistent. Like maybe they won't always be as strong as this board because this is like a really good board, but you could still always end on like an Apollo with like 2 or 3 negates plus like a rank 8 or something, which is obviously still really strong in this game, right? So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I mean, again, more combo videos are going to be on Alpha's channel, so you guys can check that out. I'll put the link in the description to his channel below. And if you guys, I mean, like these combo videos, like this video, and subscribe to the channel. And with that, guys, Spanko signing out.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit.